long story short, so I'm up here in Bozeman, drove up here last night, and fucking really kind of, it just began to hail just while I was trying to start head out and run, and I feel like I got contagious, like, bad energy from some girl up here who was super cute, who was, like, making coffee today, and she lives and works here, is doing volleyball or whatever, but I was kind of pumped about my business idea and shit until I talked to her, and now I feel like you can see, like, the dark under my eyes. I'm concerned, and I don't think, I see it with a lot of people, I think it's nutrition and diet and the chemicals they put in the food. I don't think it's too much sun, but I'm concerned about too much sun personally for me down here, Jackson, Montana. Even though it was really good energy, it was snowy and shit, and Driggs and Victor and Jackson, and I feel like this thing's gonna come together. I've got the application here from the fairgrounds thing. I don't think if it's just me in like an LLC business or some shit trying to get an application for this business. You see I've got these goggles like with the duct tape, so I can like be pretty sun protected in terms of those areas. But if it's just me, first of all, I don't think it would succeed. Second of all, I don't think they should or would give me the permit. And then I would have to get a $100 business thing. It's just, I think I'm not quite prepped for this here. I feel like I could do it, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I should do it. I feel like I can do it. I really want to outsource it to someone, is the hard truth. And it's just like, I'm looking at this thing. You must be covered by liability insurance for the activities proposed for the facility. You may purchase the insurance through the Teton County Fair Office. Do you wish to purchase? You need to have 10 days in advance. You need to name the Teton County and Town of Jackson as insured. Will you be conducting business? If so, business license is required. We'll have to get the business. Will an admission be charged? Is there a special events permit from the town required? No. Will any service be sold? Alcohol, music. The music thing concerns me because it says there shall be no noise audible outside the fair building at any time. All music must cease at 9. Failure to abide by noise policy shall result in the loss of $500 deposit and license before the rent of the fair building anytime in the future. Of course, we're not renting the building. We're just renting the fucking thing there. And I had like a couple cups of coffee here already and visited a couple people, but and there's a lot of cute girls in Bozeman. I was just bummed I got up here so late. I missed the hot springs last night. And will you require parking assistance? No. Now, cleaning of the facility. Cleaning of the facility. If you don't do it, they're going to deduct it from your deposit. Any damage. I just think, there already is enough activity with the rodeo at the fairgrounds where I don't think it's going to be, there's nothing that we're going to do. We pick up the wood chips and stuff. There's nothing that we're going to do. Someone's walking the dog by, it's grabbing the dog's leash. That's doing more than, the hard truth is I need the venue to launch myself as a music artist and shit, right? And, we're looking at this as a good opportunity on that front, and I've got good energy, and I got to upload another song here, but I just feel like, what are we doing? We're going back to Alaska. Where are we going to? I don't have as good a venue up there for this. I feel like I have a better chance of putting a team together in Jackson right now. And once I get them going on this, I could potentially go up to Alaska in a couple weeks. Why not try to do it? Well, if I don't have it all dialed in before I get the application, I don't want to begin doing it and putting too much time in it unless I know I'm going to get the facility. You see what I mean? And on the other front, if I don't have that stuff together, I don't think they're going to give me the facility. I think they should just grant me use of the facility as long as I have a business, and then I would get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not too motivated to like go crazy on this if I feel like just because of a little bit of bad shit on my name, they're gonna reject my application to use the facility if I don't have like some partner basically doing this. Well, you know what I'm saying? Who's got a good name and who's got good credit or whatever. So, I'm sort of in that moment. This isn't a private land. There is some private land in town, and a construction company was just dumping their stuff there right by the brewery and stuff, and they were like, well, it's we paid $60,000 for 2 years, $30,000 a year, year round to stay or stuff in those lots right in town. Of course, it's right next to residential, so the noise again, it's not going to work. But if you hard truth, if you look at that $500 a day for these guys at the fair, the rodeo grounds, and you try to calculate it in to something like 30,000. Of course, we're only trying to use it. When I was doing those numbers the other day in that video, we're only talking about doing it a couple times, right? A week. And they're not the best days. This is the other problem with this when we're looking at this hard. And truthfully, I think we could overcome that because people want to do shit, and there's so many people going to Jackson this summer, and I feel like there's enough people locally who would just like working other jobs would be free and would want to do this to make some extra cash and to be like do something fun with other people, and a couple times a week. So like the guy doing who's making the burritos, or the kid working at the pizza place, or the girl working at the coffee shop, and the landscaper, and the fitness instructor. I feel like you could pull those different people together, and they would be able to do this, and they would already be working other jobs, already be in the community, and it would take off and would be good to go. Easier said than done, of course, to find the commitments and stuff. Now, worst case scenario, I reserve this thing and no one shows up, and I'm just there alone. I pick up, I get a microphone and I make something entertaining happen. But that's not going to happen. I can get a couple commitments from people, but the hard truth is, again, like those construction guys are saying, we paid so much money to be. My dog's saying here too. We paid so much money to be having that location for the staging of the stuff, and we're gonna put our logs and stuff. We're talking about putting the stuff up by Victor or Jake's, but it's not that simple, and moving the big logs around. We don't have a truck and stuff. So here it is, April 29th. We're talking about starting this in like 2 weeks, and we got some climate marches going by here, but is it logistically possible for us? It's not. It's definitely possible, but is it logistically and economically? Is it something that they're going to grant? I think that they will. Grant the app with my name. I don't know if they will, but they would if it was someone else. So we were on the risk where and I see a lot of people out running and doing fitness stuff today. And it's just like, it's to me, and I've been like that up here before, but I feel like the business angle down there is more in the art angle too. It's coming out of that. It just puts it in perspective that no one cares how good you look if you don't have the money and shit. And of course, there's a big industry around looking good and blah blah blah. But I just like in Bozeman. One of the things with Bozeman is the cops are just fucking retards here. So we end up there's all these homeless and trashy fucking shit. That's why you go to Jackson, it's a nice town and stuff, So or you go back up to Alaska, it's the same shit. Like Juneau is just a fucking trash yard, to some extent in some places. So it's hard to win, and I feel like I could win though. But again, I just trying to remark upon how I think the negative energy from that girl when I mentioned my idea to her. And girls don't seem excited about this, but like, who cares? You know what I mean? And that's the hard truth. Like people back in the day who were like managing and running these businesses. And I mean, and honestly, like you got these people doing this. Like I don't know what they're doing. But it's all good and climate march or whatever. But it's just like it's so irrelevant. You have to have businesses, you have to have money, and you have to champion the right way of doing things. And that's what our program with the race and everything is about. So it's just the moment where I feel really torn personally. Where I should have maybe stayed down there. I got to talk to the lumberjacks in this town. Maybe I can just get them to do this, and then we're set and we're good to go. So maybe I just need to give it a day or two, and it could be as simple as having those lumberjacks. They're excited about doing this. They're going to do it. We form a business, and we've got the show, and I can do the emceeing, and we're good to go. You know what I mean? So I hesitate to. I should drive over there and try to find where the lumberjack shit goes on University of Montana here in Bozeman, because I feel. Again, like I just feel the urge to, personally, because of the sun exposure, to go back to Southeast Alaska because it's so overcast, so rainy. Can you trust someone to actually do this? If you do that, if you try to get it going, maybe I should just wait a year. The idea's already been put out there to too many people. Someone probably take the idea in Jackson. There's just too much money to be made. But there's no money to be made if they don't take me seriously and they don't give me they don't grant me the application. If they grant me the application, I feel confident that I can get it together. But the catch-22 is if I don't have this together, I'm the same way. It's only 2 weeks out. If I don't get the go-ahead on the application, and if it's just a credit application on a credit card or something like that, and if I don't have to go ahead on the application, I don't want to scramble around for 2 weeks trying to make this happen. You know what I mean? If I don't get a green light, and I feel like the energy's good with the venue there. So it's just a moment where it's a hard call until we actually have A, lumberjacks, and then B, confirmation from the venue. So we're sort of just we distance ourselves from Jackson and looking at it hard. It looks like a gold mine, but I think also looking at it hard, I should not be living in Jackson itself. I don't think it's the most healthy place. And even if I was productive with the art last week, I feel like I gotta, distance myself from. Maybe I just don't have structure there and stuff. Hard to tell. It's just too much of a junkyard here, and personally in Bozeman, but like in Jackson, with the idea, with the art, and everything, the momentum's too good to let it go. Is how I see it. This is a trash yard. No one's gonna go anywhere in here. They're all gonna complain. They're gonna work stupid jobs. There's a college, there's a hot springs, but no one's gonna go anywhere here. The hard truth is that sort of like so many towns in Alaska, where you actually there's nothing going on. Like Wasilla, Fairbanks, you go to like Juneau, or you go to like Jackson. There's a huge tourist business economy. You have to go in there. You have to try to start a business. You have to provide service. And you can make money back. So. It's like there's nothing gonna happen here in Bozeman. It's a stupid fucking place. It's a nice place you can just visit and freeload, have money and shit to spend, but there's no money to, my personal opinion is there's no money to be made here. And whereas it's like Wasilla, you go to Wasilla or Big Lake or something like that, you're not gonna do very well. You know what I mean? But if you go down to like Juneau or Haines or Skagway and have a business and can connect with the flow of tourists, you're gonna do well. So you just have to kind of internalize that, I guess, and that's sort of like where I'm at right now. Go down to Jackson, get some lumberjacks, and stop doing this and start getting hold of the lumberjacks.